All right, boys and girls. So today at home, we're going to be working on page 18 in our math packet. The focus today is dividing decimals. So we're going to see how that goes. But we're going to do a little review work here with multiplication, and then we're going to work on dividing. So here we have a chart on page 18. I'll show you. Page 18. With popcorn, candy, and drinks. So for each one, there's a small and a large, and for drinks, there's a medium drink you could get for $3.35. Now, the first question is, what is the cost of 4 small popcorns? Well, one small popcorn is $2.45. So to get 4, we're going to do $2.45 times 4. You can go ahead and try this one. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2 is 18. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So $9.80 for 4 small popcorns. That seems like a pretty good deal. What is the total cost of 2 small packages and 1 large package of candy? So 2 small packages would be $2.25 times 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 2 is 4. And then we're going to have 2 decimal places in our answer. 1, 2. So that's 2 smalls, but we also have a large. So we're going to have to add that to the smalls. So there's the 2 small candy plus the 1 large. And you get $7.70. $7.70. Again, pretty good deal. How much do 4 medium drinks cost? Okay, well, 1 medium drink is $3.35. And then 4, we did multiply that by 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. 2 decimal places in our answer. 1, 2. $13.40 for 4 medium drinks. And then it says, what is the total cost of the popcorn and the candy and the drink? So we're going to add these together. So $9.50 plus $7.70 plus $13.40. We'll add those up. Make sure that when we add decimals together, we line up the decimal points, line them up. And we'll see how much they're spending here. Plus 4. All right. 0. Wait, can you see this? Move it over. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. Let's see. 8 plus 7 is 15. Plus 4 is 19. 3 plus 7 is 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. So that would be 20. And 2 plus 1 is 3. Bring down the decimal point. And all together, they're paying $30.90. Now it says, what would each person pay? Well, we need to know how many people are going. So at the top it says Charlotte, Aaron, Maddie, and Zoe went to the movies and ordered from the menu. So that's 4 people. So to figure out how much each person would pay if they're splitting it evenly, we'd have to do $30.90 divided by 4. This is the number we're dividing up. This is our dividend. It's going in the dividend den. $30.90. We're going to divide by 4. That will tell us what each person pays. So I'm thinking it's going to be around $7 because 7 times 4 is 28. And so they would need $7 a piece and probably a little bit more. So let's see how that goes. Should be around 7, a little bit more than 7. 4 goes into 3, none. 4 goes into 30 7 times, which is where that 7 comes from, the estimate. 7 times 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. Bring down the 9. 4 goes into 28. Also 7 times. Also 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 29 minus 28 would be 1. Bring down the 0. 4 goes into 10 twice. 2 times 4 is 8. And we got a remainder here. Oh, remainder 2. Okay, now, if we left that answer like that, they'd each be paying $772, which is a lot, which is too much. Too much. So what we do is when we're trying to figure out where the decimal point goes, we would bring it up from the dividend to the quotient. We just bring it up like that. So each person is paying $7.72, but this means that 2 people would have to pay an extra cent. So how much would each person pay? Each person pays $7.72. Someone pays 2 extra cents, and that's what that remainder is for. So I don't know who it's going to be, whether it's Charlotte or Aaron or Maddie or Zoe, but someone's got to chip in an extra 2 cents, or 2 people can each chip in a penny, because they'd be 2 cents short if each person gave $7.72. So there you go. Now at the bottom it says, where should we put the decimal point in the quotient? What you do is you bring up the decimal from the dividend. So wherever it is today, wherever it is in the dividend, you just bring it up. You bring it up. And that's where it would go in the quotient. So today we're going to work a little bit more on dividing. We're going to focus on dividing decimals by whole numbers, which is what we just did. And we'll see what happens. So at this point, we're going to go to page 19. Number 19, one of my favorite numbers. Okay. There's page 19 right there. Okay, so we're going to try some of these together, and then you can try some of these on your own. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make an estimate. So 6 8/10 divided by 2. Well, 6 8/10 is close to 6. Divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I'm thinking the answer is going to be a little bit more than 3, but it's going to be around 3. The first number I'm going to put in the dividend then. 6 8/10. I'm going to divide by 2. All right. First, we're going to divide. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Notice I'm making sure to line up my place values here. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. Bring down the 8. 2 goes into 8 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract 8 minus 8 is 0. So what we do is we bring up the decimal point from the dividend and put it in the quotient. So the answer would be 3 4/10, which is close to 3. We said it was going to be close to 3, and we were right. We were right. All right. Now, 7 7/10 divided by 14. So that is 7 7/10 is close to 7 divided by 14. 7 divided by 14 is like, it would be a half, right? If you have 7 cookies and you want to split those cookies up amongst 14 people, if you have 7 cookies, 14 people, each person would get a half a cookie, which is what that means. So even though this is this number is less than 14, 7 7/10 is going in that dividend end. Something big's going to happen here, I think. Something really important. Let's see what happens. So we're thinking our answer is going to be around a half. Might be a little bit more. We'll see. 14 goes into 7 no times. 14 goes into 77. I think it's around 5. Let me check that. So off to the side. I'm just going to do this quick. Off to the side. 5 times 4, 20. 5 times 2, 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So 70. So that would work. 5 would work. 6 would be too much. 4 would be too little. So I'm going to put a 5 here. 14 goes into 77 5 times. 5 times 14, we just did it, 70. When we subtract that, we get 7. Now, we've run out of numbers. We've run out of numbers in the decimal after the decimal point to divide by. Now, with the last problem, we had a remainder, but we don't want remainders when we divide by decimals. So what we can do is this. I'm going to annex a 0 here in the dividend. Annexing a 0 here is not going to change the value of the number, but it's going to allow me to keep dividing. So I'm going to annex a 0, and I'm going to bring that 0 down. And now I can keep going. 14 goes into 75 times. We know that. 5 times 14 is 70. And we wind up with 55 hundredths because we have to bring up that decimal point from the dividend. So we get 55 hundredths, which was close to our estimate. So the key thing here was that if we run out of numbers to divide and we still have a remainder, we need to annex a 0 and then bring it down to keep dividing. So what should we do if we run out of numbers to divide by? Annex a 0 in the dividend. And the dividend is the number in the dividend then. It's the number we're dividing by. So that might come up again today. So that's what we're going to do if we run out of numbers. All right, let's try a couple more here. Let's do this one here. So 3 and 49 hundredths divided by 4. 3 and 49 hundredths is kind of close to 4. And 4 is close to 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So our answer should be close to 1. I'm thinking it's going to be a little less because 3 and 49 hundredths is a little less than 4. But this is the number we're going to put in the dividend then. Whoop. Put the decimal point in the wrong place. Whoop. It's erasers. Not erasing that decimal point. It really wants that decimal point to be there. There we go. All right, so 3. Oh, I did put the decimal point in the right place. Whoops. We're going to divide this by 4. Okay, thinking it's going to be less than 1. 4 goes into 3, no times. 4 goes into 34 would be 8 times, right? Because 8 times 4 is 32, so it would be 8. 8 times 4, again, is 32. 34 minus 32 would be 2. Then we got to bring down that 9. I'm thinking we're going to have to annex a 0 here because 4 does not go evenly into 29. 4 goes into 29 7 times because 4 times 7 is 28. So it would go in there 7 times. And we would get 1 left over. Now at this point, we don't want a remainder. Oh, geez. I hit the camera. Sorry about that. We don't want a remainder here because we're working with decimals. We don't want a remainder. So we're going to annex a 0 in the dividend, and we're going to bring that 0 down. 4 goes into 10 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. Now we still got a remainder, so we're going to do it, I think, one more time. We have to do this one more time. We're going to annex another 0. We're going to bring it down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Oh, there it is. So it took us a little bit longer. We did have to annex a couple zeros. We made sure to bring up the decimal point at the end to the quotient. So it was 8,725 10,000ths. The key thing here, we annexed 2 zeros because we wanted to keep dividing, and we eventually got our answer here, which is nice. All right, let's try one more together here. Okay. Or maybe two. We'll see what happens. You can try this one on your own if you want. 55 and 800ths is close to 60 divided by 17 is close to 20. 60 divided by 20 is 3. So I think our answer is going to be close to 3. Pretty close to 3. Hopefully this goes in evenly. We don't have to annex zeros like we did in the last one, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so 55 and 8/100 divided by 17. All right. Again, you can pause this, try it on your own, see what happens. 14 goes into 55. I think 3 times. I think. Off to the side, I'm going to do 17 times 3. I'll zoom in here so you can see that way better. 17 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 1 down, carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Oh, okay. Worked out perfectly. So 17 goes into 5 0 times. 17 goes into 55 3 times. 3 times 17 is 51. 55 minus 51 is 4. And then we got to bring down that 0. All right. So 17 does not go into 43 times because 3 times 17 is 51. It's too much. So 2. I think it would be 2. 17 times 2. Let's check that. Would be 34. So that works. That works. So 2 works. 2 times 17 is 34. 40 minus 34. You can do the the regrouping here, but it would be 6. 10 minus 4 is 6. Bring down the 8. I hope this goes in evenly. I think it's going to be 4. I think 17 goes into 68 4 times. Let's double check that. 7 times 4 is 28. 8 down, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. It works out perfectly. All right. So 17 goes into 68 4 times. 4 times 17 is 68. Now we don't have to annex any zeros. So now where's the decimal point go? If you lined up all your place values correctly, you just bring it up from the dividend. It goes in the quotient like that, 3 24/100. Okay. Now we're going to try one more. And then I'm going to have you do the rest of them. I might give you a couple tips. But if you want to try this one on your own, you can. Just pause it and try it. We'll see what happens. It says, Lynn is mailing a care package to his brother. Lynn's package weighs 3 pounds and costs $6.74 to ship. How much is the cost per pound? Cost per pound. So that means we're going to take the price for 3 pounds and divide it by 3 to find the cost for 1. So this is the number we're going to divide up, $6.74. That's going in the dividend then. Okay, we're dividing by 4. 4 goes into 6 once. 1 times 4 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down the 7. 4 goes into 27 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract 3. It would be 3. Bring down the 4. 4 goes into 34 8 times, I want to say. I was going to say 7, but it would be 8 because 8 times 4 is 32. And we get 2 here. Okay, so here's the thing. We can bring another 0 down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. Now, I'm going to bring up my decimal point. But here's the thing. The answer, 5 times 4 is 20, by the way, and then you would get 0 here. But the answer is not necessarily this number because this is not a price. Prices don't have 3 decimal places. So it would either be $1.68, like that, or if we rounded up, $1.69. And since we have a 5 here in the thousands place, that's going to round us up to $1.69. So that's going to be the answer for that one. Okay? All right, so what you're going to do is these two above it, I want you to try those on your own. And then this one next to it, I want you to try this one on your own. Okay? One tip here is that 3 friends are sharing the cost. Kristen and her 2 friends. So there's 3 people that are sharing the cost. So that's just a hint on that one. But if you have any questions while you're working or you want me to check something, feel free to send me a message. All right, have a great day.